Only you would say that.
What are you doing? Going downstairs?
I find it interesting the other night just playing about with water. Like literally just getting a cloth and putting it in water and taking it back out and putting it back in and out and in and out for about an hour. I find that interesting.
You're not going in Mum's room because you'll go in there and you'll leave a floater in there.
You calling me boy, you spanner?
Is Mum gonna hurry up with shopping?
Jamie, you got the new Football Manager?
No.
Oh, could have got Jamie. Could have got Jamie on it.
I might get it when I get paid. I have to see.
Uncle Dean bought him the new game.
Because Liam loves Uncle Dean.
Liam loves Uncle Dean.
He doesn't love Uncle Dean.
What are you doing, Petey, hey? You gonna come join me on commentary tonight, Pete?
Who's Pete?
That's my dog.
Oh, that's the dog. That's the dog, Liam.
That's the dog.
Yeah, I got my stepdad's dogs here as well.
With you.
Coco and Jude.
Cheer up now, James.
I was going to say, what on earth is that dog doing? He's just staring at the stairs, but he's sniffing about.
Maybe it smells another dog's arse.
General chat. Pit, window, lap, 8.
Mum?
I don't know.
I was going to say, there's only one fact I have about this track, and that's...
Let's go.
Or thing I can remember about Oshislav, and then that's, say, from World Touring Cars in 2007.
I'm begging you.
Have you not fucking done them points yet?
I was yeah, where's the London buses?
Where are my London buses, Liam?
You didn't get any London buses.
On the post?
Matt gets all the London buses. Yeah, where's my London Matt, where's my London buses for last night?
Yeah, that is a good point.
I haven't released the tables yet. The tables haven't been done yet. What, Beth?
The bloody dog's just staring at me from the top of the stairs.
Yeah, about an hour and a half. Yeah. Set broadcaster. You can't shut your door neither, can you?
I can't.
No. Someone's watching my stream for some reason. And is it you?
No.
Oh, I probably know it is.
Dean?
See, it's one of two people. It is either Gary or Dean.
That's him, Gary from the hot tub again.
Good look. Good. I'm getting a good look from Dean. Yay.
Where's that stream gone?
Dean, not only do I love my Uncle Dean, my Uncle Dean loves me.
What are you doing? You coming back in?
No, I wouldn't want to come back in. He wants to go downstairs and get drunk with your brother and whatnot.
No. No one wants to go watching. No one wants to go watch England.
You do. Well, I mean, I beg to differ to the amount of people that's probably in your front room right now.
Liam, you can stay at the party if you mute your headset. Or do you want to be on your own?
I'm fine. I can sit in here and mute headset. I've got no problem with that.
Actually, other people fucking join, won't they? Like Dean and stuff if he comes on. No, we'll just start our own, Jamie. We'll just start our own. Sorry, Liam.
Aww. That's terrible. Can't believe you'd leave me like that, Matt.
I'm sorry, it's just because I'm getting time now to...
There we go, it's fine. Turn the Wi-Fi off my phone, it's fine now. Mum, hurry up with the bloody shopping. I was going to say, my mum always finds the night to go shopping when I'm commentating.
Yeah. Right, let me add you as race director. What time is it? It's 43. Floyd, mate. Pass that switch.
Yeah, do you remember? I was going to say, the only thing I remember is what John Cladden said about turn 1.
Nope.
In World Touring Cars 2007, where he said, whoever designed this first corner once taken into a dark room and beat about the head.
I get beat about in the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've watched that quite a few times and 4 Seats just crashed into each other.
Brilliant.
Ew. Just nip to the toilet. Yeah, just nip to the toilet quickly.
Best of luck tonight, Bostock.
You said in the headset. Come.
Liam, can you get a higher?
Oh, yeah?
Well then do it for James and Lexi, just split.
Don't forget, don't pull the things out.
Have you liked that stream yet?
Even been on the stream yet, Matt?
That's... Don't talk to me.
That's fine. I don't want to talk to you anyway. Yeah. Bye.
Jamie, do you want to start our own party, Jamie Breezy?
Ooh,
Yep.
Jamie Breezy.
Oh.
Right, here we go. I'm re-uploading this again. I have a question, Matt.
Yes,
quickly.
Liam. Yeah, Liam.
Do you know when it comes to posting this, am I allowed to mention London buses, or am I not allowed to?
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Right, that's perfect.
Like London buses, Matemovic, one win brings two sort of thing.
Matemovic. No, Matthew Duffin. Matthew
is the sexiest man I've ever met. Right,
Duffin.
best of luck tonight, buddy. Mean it. Keep going like you did last night, yeah? Good luck, mate. Oh, God, Lord. Yep. Yeah. No, that's fine, mate. That's fine. Yeah. No, yeah, I'm with you. Floyd, ask your mum to do me a drink. I need Dan to add a few people.
Alright, here he is.
Let's get the driver list up. Jamie, is it coming out? Oh, Jamie's disconnected.
Oh, brilliant.
Is it coming home, Jamie?
No.
Okay. Not at all.
No, not at all.
Right.
That if I was going to say then, it's not coming home. They're coming home.
Well, I mean, arguably they're already home.
Don't say the Wi-Fi's now playing. Oh yeah, but it is. Wait, let me load my friends list or anything. Oh, there it is. Is it load? Is it going to load it now?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 out of 16.
No, not going to load.
So let me just do this for now. So this goes in, yeah. Andy's in, yeah. BT, he's in, yeah.
And why?
In.
Why has it done that for?
It's not in. Nikki is in. DJ Phil is in. Bozzy's in. Maze is in. Dan is in. Fury. I've not invited Fury. Oh, brilliant.
Because the friends list has disappeared and I can't go on the invites.
Do you need me to put a post out asking if anyone's able to do comms?
Let me try and reset.
Yep.
Oh, let me try and I'll turn it off and on. Turn the PlayStation off and on again if not.
Yeah. What? See you in a bit.
Right, hopefully that should work.
Liam spelled Dan's surname wrong, he's put a C in it. Dan is Dan D-A-V-I-S, Liam's put D-A-V-I-C-E. Davice.
Oh dear.
Not Dan Davis, Davice.
Device. No, only
What time is it? 5 minutes until we go. Unorthodox. I'm not expecting many views on this first one.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, just with what night it is.
Underplaying and stuff as well. There we go. Should be okay. Oh, look, DJ Phil's nearly got his S license.
Yes, Phil! Phil and Dean, the S-Class veterans.
He's 86% there. How G's not an S-Class veteran?
Oh, Vale side's in. Seem to find the light.
Yeah, I was messaging Disco last night, and he said that Valeside is apparently we're alien at these cars.
Yeah, I've heard he's apparently a bit good.
Mm. Now, I was going to say it'd be interesting next week when they're all reversed.
What, when Liam fills at the front?
Yeah. No, I think Liam can do well tonight.
Well, I mean, arguably, if the four don't turn up, Fury, Grandad Steve, the new guy.
No, it's not Chocolate Man, is it?
No, Chocolate Man's GT5s and Xmart. If they all don't turn up, then arguably that's 4 places he's gained. How are we going to start? Damn. Oh, I'm loving the fucking top of that GT5 standing. Right, and we're going to go out. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to SimPlay Motorsport here on a Friday night. And what are we doing here on a Friday night? Well, I'll tell you, we've got the GTEs for a brand new series here at SimPlay Motorsport. 6 rounds of these cars going round some beautiful, beautiful circuits. And what a series we've got in store. What a driver lineup we've got in store. I'm Matthew Duffin, not as always, because I don't do a Monday night, but I'm here joined by your Monday night co-commentator, Jamie Brazier. Jamie, good evening.
Good evening, Matt.
You well?
Yeah, I'm alright. How are you?
Very well, thank you very much. We've got some brilliant guys out there tonight. We are hoping to get 3 more in. Xmart not able to make this week, so he will miss out on this one, but we'll be back for next week at, I do believe, Bruno. I will get the calendar up just now to go ahead and tell you that one. Jamie, the GTs, similar to the GT3s in a way, we've got a lot of talent on this grid tonight.
Yeah, so there's a lot of talent on this grid, and yeah, the GTs are very, very, very similar to the GT3 cars, but then again, there's a lot of differences. But yeah,
we've got an array of cars out there tonight. I think there's 6 GTE cars to choose from. If you're lucky enough to have the DLC, you can get yourselves the Porsche, but we've got a BMW out there in the hands of Andy tonight, so it'll be nice to see what Andy can do in his BMW. Many people will be noticing Andy in the Ginetta on a Thursday. Now we've got Maze Gamer after a great debut at SimPlay Motorsport last week. He is here representing the Ford GT. Now what a car this car is, Jamie.
Yeah, that's a lovely car. Say recognisable around the world, and yeah, is it I think it might be a Le Mans class winner as well.
Not too sure about that one, but either way, it is an absolute beaut. BT's already picked himself a time penalty in the grid. We've got a Corvette in the hand of a Valeside Racing 77, so nice to have him here, and nice to have him out there on the track for what will be his first appearance, as it will be for a few of these guys tonight. Corvette is his option, is his choice of weapon. What do we make to the Corvette?
Yeah, so the Corvette's a good car. Had a battle against it in the hands of Sutty Apex in the Le Mans 2.4 hour, and yeah, it is a very quick car.
Have to see what outside. A lot of rumours going around that this man is one man to watch tonight, so we'll have to keep our eyes on him as he progresses through. Who else have we got out there? We've got that Bozzy boy, as we see, Liam. Brilliant finish for Liam last night in the GT3s, for those who didn't watch it, and commentates with myself on a Monday, and commentates and runs the GT5s with yourself. Commentates for you on a Monday, and commentates for me on a Wednesday, Jamie. But your teammate in the GT3s, what a night this man had last night. You know, promoted from the Pro-Am to the Pro, and he struggled a bit in that Audi, and last night looked really good for him, and I'm super pleased that he managed to get a result. Can he get anything in this Porsche?
Yeah, so I think he had an absolutely amazing night last night. Got the results the team needed. Got a lot of points for the constructors and a lot of points for himself to make sure he stays in the Pro for next season. Whether he can do anything in the Porsche, I want to see him do well, but I don't think the Porsche is the right car for this. If it was quite a long endurance race, then yeah, I can see the Porsche doing well as it is very good on its fuel. But yeah, the likes of the Ford GT is just gonna destroy this. Indeed,
it is. It is a shame, but Liam used to drive the Porsche 2 seasons ago, so what can he do tonight? That's going to be the interesting one to see. Currently not set a lap time, as he looks quite comfortable in that. But we go to Disco. Now, Disco McDisco Face, like Liam, part of the Iron Brew roster, if you will, your stable of drivers. Races the BMW M6 on the GT3s. He's in the BMW tonight. What can he do? He said his GTE BMW is a different animal compared to the GT3, and we've seen how quick he is in that. So are we expecting him to be on the money straight away?
Oh yeah, expecting him to be straight on the money right at the bat. So seeing how quick he is in that BMW, that didn't look, it had some decent pace last night. So I have to see what he can do here. But yeah, I think he's going to be right up there from the get-go.
Yeah, I agree with you. Who else is out there tonight then? Ben Parkey making his SimPlay debut, going for the Ford GT, and he's another man, Jamie, that is one to watch. The Team Pro Laps driver, and is a very, very quick guy, so I'm informed from Unorthodox. So keep your eyes on this man tonight. He's going to be crucial with Valside and Disco as well to see what they can do.
Yeah, so I've seen Ben Parkey in an LMP2 championship before, and he looks quick. But I've never seen him race this. To be fair, I've never seen many of the drivers on the grid race these. But yeah, so from seeing him in LMP2s, he looks quite quick.
He does. We'll have to keep an eye out on what he can do. Who else have we got out there? We've got Falgast, another debutant to SimPlay Motorsport. He's also running in the Porsche. Is Falgast? Don't know a lot about Falgast here, so we'll have to keep our eyes out as to what he can do in this series. Not a lot being said, not a lot known. Currently P3 in his Porsche, so we'll have to keep an eye on what could be a bit of an unknown quantity tonight. We'll have to see what he can do. We know what DJ Phil and Liam have got. We don't know much about this guy, so we'll see what he's going to surprise us with.
Yeah, so he's gone quite under the radar at the minute, and he could just pull it out the bag when we least expect it. So we're talking about Ben Parkey and Valside, but Val guys might come from out of nowhere and take pole and take the win.
Yeah, let's keep our eyes on him as he goes through tonight. BT Targa, as we know, in the Pro-Am League. Races in the Mercedes. He's in the Ford tonight. Another Pro Laps driver out there, a part of the Pro Laps roster out there. And we know BT Targa's a quick guy in that Mercedes in the Pro-Am. GT's in the Ford, different car completely to what the Mercedes-Benz AMG is. This is going to be a different BT we're going to see tonight, I reckon. In a more stable car, we could see him really sort of let loose.
Yeah, so again, we've seen how quick he is in the Merc, and yeah, so always up the front in Pro-Am, and yeah, with being in that 4GT, which is the quickest out of the GTE cars, I reckon he can do some serious stuff.
Well, he's got grid penalty already for speeding in the pit lane, so we'll see how much that is at the end of it. We've got Nicky as well. Nicky, part of the Team Prolapse team here at SimPlay Motorsport. Obviously they're not allowed to name each other the same this season. That may change into next year with the amount of Prolapse drivers that are on the grid. He's not out on track, so we can't see what he's in. And he is a man who's running the SimPlay colours, if you will, the red and black. Dan Davis, unorthodox as we know him, in his traditional number 16 livery. But I must say, it is a very SimPlay coloured car, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. He's sporting the SimPlay colours. They're lovely, and yeah, that's a very nice looking car.
What can he do tonight then? We've seen him at the minute pushing Gary 131 all the way in the Pro Series this year. He's really hunting that championship down. Can Dan be one to watch in this series, do we think? Yeah,
I think Dan could be one to watch in this series. Yeah, definitely. But I think most of the grid's going to be right up the front. It's going to be so tight, this grid.
It is going to be an interesting one to keep an eye on. Who else do we have that is out there? Nicky's on track now. We've got the Only G, returning the Only G after he did a bit of the season last season in Season 2 in the GT3s. He's back for the GTEs. We've seen him on Monday night, but PlayStation issues meant he couldn't race. So what can G do in his Ford GT then? We know G, multiple world record holder. He's a very, very quick driver. What can this man do tonight with the quicker drivers out there that we've not yet seen in the GTEs?
Well, I believe G is a GTE champion on another league. So yeah, that definitely puts him right up there for championship contenders straight away.
It does as well. Let's go back to Nicky. Let's see what Nicky's running in. He's currently out on the track. There he is, look, and that isn't Nicky. There's Nicky in the blue and orange BMW, the 52 car. Then in the Ford GT again. A lot of Fords out there tonight. Who haven't we seen just yet? Seen Maze, haven't we? We've seen Maze Gamer, yeah. DJ Phil, I think, is the last one we haven't seen.
Yeah, he's still in the pits at the minute.
We have got Xmart, who will be joining us next week. He's away tonight, not able to race this one. And we should have as well a couple of others. Fury not here yet, Grandad Steve not here, and Sam Thumbfinger as well not here tonight. So we are down to 12 runners instead of the traditional 16. Let me go through the calendar for you then. This season we start here at Oschersleben A, and then we move next week to Bruno, however you want to say it, in what will be an interesting race there. Not seen that since Season 1 of the GT3s. We also went to the Red Bull Ring for the third round. We've not seen that since Season 1 either, so Red Bull Ring going to be interesting in these cars. We then go to Zolder, which will be an interesting track. Zolder, a favourite among some people. It's kind of one of them that a lot like it, a lot hate it, but we'll see what happens there. Watkins Glen International then is round 5, and to bring up the end of the season we are at Sakito GP, or as many people who follow the Formula 1 know, Suzuka. So what a job these boys have got here on this calendar this season. It's going to be action-packed all the way. It's going to be really interesting to see. Who's your money on for the championship?
Ooh, I think it's a very tough question. At the minute, from what I know about people in GTEs, I'd have to put my money on the Only G. Say him being a former champion of these, it's hard to look past him, but we won't know until the first race who's going to be up there, because some of these I've never seen drive a GTE car before.
Yeah, exactly. It is going to be an interesting one to see. It's going to be an interesting one to keep our eyes on as we go through as well. It's going to be interesting to see what Liam and DJ Phil can do tonight. Obviously, reverse grid for next week. So it's going to be an interesting one. A bit like the Monday night GT5 leagues, the reverse grid will be championship reverse. So those who don't turn up tonight will start at the back. Those who finish tonight will be reverse championship order for burnout next week as we go into that one, which will all be obviously announced grid order and things on the Discord and the Facebook page and stuff. As Varside has just had a new fastest lap, 2 tenths quicker than Andy. What car strikes you as the favourite other than the Ford GT tonight then? There's no Ferraris out there, there's only one Corvette, no Aston Martins either. So what car other than the Ford GT, Jamie, strikes you as a car that you're... Oh, Jamie's just popped away. He's just messaged me. He's just popped away. He's just doing this shopping. So Jamie should be back. We'll get to be on board Disco then towards the end of this race. I'll answer my own question. I'm looking forward to seeing what this BMW can do, because it's a car that doesn't strike me as the quickest in this GT category, but it's going to be interesting to see what Andy and Disco can do in this machine, and DJ Phil for that matter, because he's in the BMW as well. So let's see what these boys can do to get the best out of this. We've got 10 people watching. We've got Disco in the chat, Andrew Clegg, that Buzzy Boy, and Cosmic Mike as well in the chat. So nice to be in a car that isn't a Ginetta, says Andrew in the chat then. So nice to see you, Andrew. Nice to see you up the pace again, up the top order of the grid. 10 people watching, 10 likes on the stream, guys. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the support over the last couple of weeks as well in the GT3s and the GT5s on a Monday. We'll be back live Monday night for the next round of the GT5s, where we'll be at Alton Park Island. Can myself keep on the winning streak of 2 at the moment? Can anybody else get to that front rain around for that one as well? Because the GT5s and GTs are done by randomly picked weather, not the live weather that we go off for our main series, our main GT3 series then. 3 people, top 3, Vile, Andy and G, within 0.6 of a second of each other, and then you drop to BT Targ, who's 1.3 off the back. Liam at the minute, P9 ahead of Maze and Nicky, and not too far off the back of Unorthodox, only 8 temps, and is into the 126s. That is a good time from Liam. He'll be looking for more from there. We hope to get Jamie back before the end of qualifying, which has 16 seconds left. Then so people coming to the end of their laps. Vileside is done, BT Targ has done that, Bozzy Boy is done for his qualifying as well. What about my 50th appearance? Well, I was just about to get to that one, as I've just mentioned you in qualifying. That Bozzy Boy, we may get a word with him in a moment. He's making his 50th appearance here at SimPlay Motorsport, and that's not fun races or anything else. That's 50 competitive races in which Liam, that Bozzy Boy, has made tonight, and what an improvement he's been since day one on the pad at Nürburgring, to being promoted to the Pro Season 2, to now, you know, starting to mingle with some of the better drivers. This is going to be a fascinating night to see what Liam can do in these cars. So congrats on the 50th appearance, and we hope for many, many more brilliant races from yourself to come. It's going to be a tough stream tonight, I think, because there's a football match on apparently tonight, which is a shame. But either way, Disco's done in the pits then. There's a couple of guys coming to the end of their lap. I don't have control over the cameras, so we are awaiting Jamie Brazier to come back to get onto the cameras. Peaceful Stepdad, Ian, brilliant to see you here. Good evening, all he says. Nice to see you here, Ian. Brilliant to have another regular in the chat. Great to have the support as well. We have got qualifying coming to an end, and qualifying has came to an end. So for pole position for the first time in the GT5s this season, then that'll go to Vileside. So he will take the one and only point of the beginning of this season. So already jumping into a place where he's looking very, very comfortable. He'll start on pole from Andy in second place. Only G will start third. Improved towards the end, but couldn't find the time. BT Target would have been fourth. He has a 1-place grid penalty. He'll drop to 5th place. Falgas will then be in 6th in 4th. BT 5th with Disco starting 6th place. Ben Parkey will be down in 7th. Unorthodox in 8th. Maze Gamer 9th. That Bozzy Boy 10th. Nicky 11th. And DJ Green will bring up the rear then. And we'll get underway now. Plenty of top people watching. Let's get them comments in the chat. Get your comments in of who you think's going to win, who you think's going to be the man to take the first win of the season, who you think may be a contender for the championship this season in the GTEs. It's going to be an interesting season. 6 races, 45 minutes long in time. So this race tonight is a 30-lap race. Mandatory pit stop, pit window is at lap 8. Full damage, tyre wear and fuel as well, which we run here at SimPlay Motorsport. So the drivers have got to be careful. It's not all guns blazing here. You've really got to take your time and make sure you can get the job done. Just waiting for the drivers to ready up. And then we will be underway. And we hopefully will have Jamie Brazier back to do the cameras as well. Up to 14 likes, guys. Appreciate this so much. Really does mean a lot to the channel and the community here. That's SimPlay Motorsport. Good luck, everyone. Money is on G, says Cosmic Mike. Me, says that Bozzy boy. Hey, Liam, I'd love you to take a win from where you are, mate. I'd love to see you on the podium. But this calibre of grid is going to be hard to beat. Even to Bethany Ann Duffin. Gary's not here tonight, but she's still showing her support. What a job by Beth. Good luck, everyone, says Peaceful Stepdad. We are just waiting the drivers then to ready up. And once they've readied up, it will be time to go. Still just waiting. Time ticking by as we are getting ready to go for the first time here tonight in the GTEs. For the first time here at SimPlay Motorsport in the GTEs. Oschersleben, a German course. Not yet seen it here at SimPlay in the GT3s. And we are all ready to go. We've still not got Jamie back, so hopefully he can hurry up. But the revs are rising now for the first time tonight. We've got a 30-lap race ahead of us, and it's Vileside on pole from Andy. And we're green here. Oschersleben, and Vileside has not got away well in his Corvette. Andy gets a great start. G has to take avoiding action, and that's Falguest, who's already got a good run as well down into turn 1. There's 2 Fords. Wow, one on its roof. Over the... that's Ben Parkey, I do believe. Big damage to his car, so he's going to have to pit really early. Hopefully he's got a reset button and doesn't have to retire early doors then. Vileside did not move off the line and is down to P4 already. I didn't quite see who Ben Parkey got caught up with, but what an incident that was to start this race. And Vile then right down the pack. He's got BT on the... sorry, he's got Falgast on the back of him, and he's trying to hunt down Disco McDisco Face, who got a great jump. Hi Bethany, says Peaceful Stepdad. What a dramatic start to this one then. Just looking back at the replay, and it looked like 2 of the 4 GTs got caught up with each other. Apologies, we can't change camera angle yet. Jamie is away. We hope to get him back as quick as possible. But out front, the front 3 have gone, and Vileside now is trying to keep BT Targa behind him as BT Targa... no, sorry, Falgas. What's happened to Disco, actually? What has happened to Disco? As I was looking away at the replay, Disco and G look like they've made a mistake somewhere, so it's Andy out front on his own. We've lost a driver already. That is Ben Parkey, who has retired from the race. What a shame this is. So Ben Parkey will not score a point here tonight. What a shame for his start to his season. That's not where he would have wanted to be. No points for Ben Parkey then. Already a retirement. Clearly either had too much damage or was on his roof and didn't have a reset button. But away he comes now. We're going down the straight. Let's see if he's in the chat to give us a quick comment on what was the problem. Guess I've got to support Dan on this one. And hi, Peaceful Stepdad. Dan Francis, can't give a like on phone, but here's a comment. Is this Pro-Am looks like our standard? It was a poor getaway. Maze and Nicky then have already pitted at the end of that one. Pit window obviously not really mattering like it is in the GT3s in this one. The damage was there for them to pit, and that is clearly what they have done. We have lost Ben Parkey then. We are down to 11 runners in this race. We apologise. We hope to get Jamie back as quick as possible. He is away putting the shopping away. Who books their shopping for this time of night, eh? Terrible, isn't it? But we have got Falguest then on the back, slowly gaining on the back of Andy. This is Vileside, sorry, not Falguest. Falguest there is behind him. BT Targa's 4th. Dan is in P5. Ahead of G. That Bozzy boy is already up to 7th and has already got past a few of the cars off the start. He qualified 9th and he's already up to 7th. Nicky still in the pits. He looks like he's going to be a lap down in this one here. As Vileside still going round, lap 2 of 30 then. Not a lot I can tell you at the moment. Can't see much of the action because, like I say, Jamie not here just yet. So I'm trying to bring you as much as I can at the moment without trying to hurt the race. That there, you hear the engine of Nicky. Is that him out the pit lane and away? If it is, he's a lap down. Now, the other cars have got to pit. Nicky won't have to pit again here with the substantial damage he suffered on that car. So Nicky will be fine to keep going in this one. He does not have to pit again. But what a start to his night. He's not gone the way he'd have wanted it to. He'd have wanted this to be an absolutely brilliant and to be an absolute mega star for himself. Excuse me. So then, It's Falguest. It's Andy from Vileside, from Falguest, BT Target, Unorthodox, The Only G, That Bozzy Boy, Disco, DJ Phil, Maze Gamer and Nikki bringing up the rear at the minute. What are these guys going to do in this one? It's going to be an interesting one to see. But so far, no real indication as to what is happening with these guys. No real news of Jamie being back, which is a shame because we need Jamie back. We need Jamie back to change the camera angle, because at the minute we're just sat watching the same person. It's not what you guys want to see at home. It's not what anybody wants to see. We want to get onto the other camera angles here, but we can't at the minute. We apologise for this. Vileside, though, I will say, is chipping away at Andy's lead, and we could have a battle shortly. The gap's now down to 1.6 seconds. G has got past Dan on the timing screen, so Dan's down to P6. Vileside here, coming round turn 2. Long right-hander as they make their way up towards turn 3. Short straight, and then again a long sweeping left-hand corner. Just got to be careful, don't want to get greedy on the power, and this Corvette purring its way round there then. You see the camera wobbling as Falguest is third. Now then, what can Disco do to get back towards the front in his BMW? What can G and Dan do in their 4 GTs to get near the front? This is crucial for these guys at the moment. Really is crucial to get this job done. Vileside really now starting to put the pressure on Andy, starting to get closer. He's already gained 4/10 this lap, and you just get the sense that Corvette's just got that little bit over the BMW. Andy, obviously a very quick and capable driver. You've seen him take many a win here at SimPlay, especially his wins in the Ginetta this year at Spa was an outstanding achievement for Andy, so he's going to want to make sure that he's on his form here and on his game at the minute. And Vileside really though starting to chip away at him. Half a second he gained over the last lap. In fact, he gained more than that, but I remember the gap being 1.6. It was 1.1 as they crossed the line. And look at under the brakes how much Vileside is closed under the braking then in towards turn 1, doing an absolute stellar job. Andy currently leading out front. We are 5 laps into this race. Disco is now on the back of that Bozzy Boy. That is for P7. We can't show it you. It's there in the background. Look, coming into turn 1. Disco was up his inside, and it looks like he's maybe kept that job. We'll see. Nope, Liam's got him back on the timing screens. Again, apologies that we can't bring you the action. Jamie still not back yet. We are 5 laps into this race. He's missed a couple of minutes of qualifying, so we cannot bring you any of this action, and we do apologise for it at this moment. Please do bear with us, and we hope to get Jamie back as soon as possible to get the cameras done. But at the moment, it is not going the way that these boys... Well, I say it's not going the way that these boys would have wanted. It's going exactly the way these boys would have wanted it. It's not going the way that... Disco would have wanted it, or Nicky, or Maze, Ben Parkey as well, who's already retired from the race. It's not going his way at all as he's retired from this one. And what a shame as well, because Ben Parkey was saying before the race, he's one of the guys that could really do something here and could really be a guy to watch in this race, who is going to be the man to step up to the plate and to take control of this race. It looks like Vileside is really now starting to reel Andy, and Andy back down into the 25s on his lap time, and that's a good job from Andy there, because he's done exactly what he's needed to do. The problem is he's not being able to keep ahead of Vileside, and this is the biggest problem. What we're going to try and do here, we're going to try and get you Dan's onboard footage just to give you something else to look at while we await Jamie Brazier. Just going to try and get his set up now. Do apologise for the little bits on the screen. We are trying to bring you another camera view at this moment in time, so please bear with us for this moment. We're going to just load up Daniel's camera in the bottom left corner so you can get an onboard of Dan Unorthodox as you know him. There we go. So there is Dan, just to give you another perspective of what is happening out there. There is Unorthodox then, flying the flag at the moment. Again, apologies for this one. Jamie's still not here yet, and we still have no cameraman to provide you with the footage that you guys deserve. As outside now is within 9/10 of a second of Andy, and we have lost another driver. We are down to 10, and that is Nicky, who's retired. So we're down to 10 drivers here. Nicky clearly struggling in that one, and he has retired from that from this race. What a shame to see Nicky retire in this one. We've lost Nicky, we've lost Ben Parkey. That is a real shame. Vileside now starting to attack the back of Andy here then. Down the straight he goes, round turn 3. He's starting to get on the back of the BMW. Finally some action for you guys who are watching to see what is happening here then. Is Vileside doing a decent job in this Corvette. He's just been chipping away at Andy's time. Andy was a little quicker on the last lap, but he's within half a second now. Vileside really starting to get on the back of Andy here, and he's really starting to make him think about a little bit now. We're on to lap 7, and hopefully we have a nice little clean fight. I put on a bit of a show for us while we're sat here waiting for Jamie to get back. Again, I cannot apologise enough, ladies and gentlemen. It is a shame. I have got Dan on Orthodubs' stream up, so that you can see some other action on the track. So that Buzzy Boy has got passed by Disco in the end. He's dropped off the back of Disco a couple of seconds. He's well in front of DJ Phil. He's 8th though at the minute, so he'll take that one. Excuse me, in the championship. Doing exactly what he needs to do. Vileside though now right on the back of Andy. And has still got a good job and a good fight here to keep this one going. Vileside then looking to attack Andy. He's looking at the outside of turn 3. He's not going to do it round there. He knows that one, and he tucks it back in and waits. Now you sort of come up to this long left-hander that then a corner will appear, but it's not really a corner. This part here, look, where they're about now, you sort of straight line that and then into the right-hander, which tightens up. Now into the right, left, right chicane. Again, you can pretty much straight line that as well. As you see the drivers doing there, brilliantly done. Great work from these two, one in the BMW, one in the Corvette. Vileside down in the 24, so lapping brilliantly at the moment. Falguest has lost out to G, so G is now up into 3rd. Can G start to bring himself on the back of this battle? It's going to be important to be. Sorry, I had loaded the wrong setup. Car was undrivable, says Nicky. That's fine, mate. We obviously will see you back Wednesday, and we'll see you next week for this one as Vileside's going up the inside of Andy and has got that job done. And that is Vileside into the lead of this race then here on lap 8 of 30. And Andy then has got work to do. We've also lost Maze Gamer from this one, so he as well will not score a single point. What a shame for Maze, what a shame for Nicky, what a shame for Ben Parkey. 3 drivers not scoring points, but they'll be the 3 to start at the front of the grid next week, so they'll have the benefit of the reverse grid draw. And down to 9 then tonight, down to 9 drivers then, and Vileside here doing exactly what he needs to do, and he's in the lead. Oh, he's got a bit of a wiggle coming through turn 3, a bit slidey on the rear end, and Andy may see that and take advantage of this one. Disco McDisco faces into the pits already then. So Disco McDisco Face, the first man to come into the pits at the end of lap 8, taking advantage of an early stop. Eight people watching, 15 likes. Apologies for the fact that for the 9 laps of this race we've been on Vileside. Jamie Brazier not there at the minute to do the cameras for us. We do apologise for this. We hopefully will get it sorted and it won't happen again. So Vileside down the straight, leads from Andy 0.6 of a second. The gap is now Dan on his stream. He's not really near anybody yet. He's a couple of seconds behind, 7 seconds behind G, and he's got BT Targa on the rear of him a little bit. So can Dan have a fight with BT? Falguest is into the pits as well at the end of 9. So Liam should go back up into P6, should I say. I don't really know how much more to say. That Bozzy boy is coming to the pits at the end of lap 9. I don't really know what else to say at the minute because we've just been kind of watching the same man for 10 laps here. So I'm kind of lost for words at the moment. So I don't really know what to say. For those who are watching, if you're interested, it's 0-0 in the football. I don't know how interested you are. But, yeah. 9 drivers left. Started with 12. We've lost Ben Parkey, we've lost Nicky, we've lost Mays Gamer. Nicky and Mays damaged, pitted at the end of lap 1. Ben Parkey was on his roof. Not sure what happened to Ben in the end, whether it wasn't a reset button or what. DJ Phil's got past that Bozzy boy. That Bozzy boy could go a lap down here, but Valside has yet to pit. So is Andy, so is G, Dan, BT Targa as well. Falguest has pitted. DJ Phil's yet to come in. Lap 11 of 30. Outside down through turn 1 and turn 2 for the 11th time. Back up the straight he comes in towards turn 3. I'd love to bring you other cars, ladies and gents, but I can't at the moment. BT Targa is all over the back of Dan. Side then towards the chicane, 11th time round, and I'm tempted to end the stream here because I mean we're nearly halfway through this race. We've not had another driver on the camera bar, Andy, and we are just losing viewers. And apologies to you guys who have tuned in tonight on this Friday night. Apologies to you guys. Our cameraman isn't here. I don't know where he is. He got to put the shopping away last I got told, but that was a good 20 minutes ago. I think. Oh, he's back. Oh, he's back. There we go.
I apologise for that.
Yeah, no worries.
I apologise to everyone watching.
He is back, so we have got Jamie back. We can now go on to the battle of Unorthodox and BT Targa, so we can now bring you another car look, ladies and gentlemen. It's a brilliant thing to see. As we can get rid of Dan's stream now, we can actually watch him on the track. And we lost 3 drivers, Jamie. Nicky, Mays Gamer and Ben Parkey have all retired from the race. Ben Parkey was on his roof early on. And this, the battle of the 4GT. DJ Phil has pitted now. That's at the end of lap 11. The only 2 that's not come in then, sorry, the only 3 that's not come in, 5, so apologies, are Valside, Andy, the only G, Unorthodox and BT Targa, as we've lost Ben Parkey, Nicky and Maze Gamer from this one. So we're down to 9 drivers at this moment in time. Dan has got BT Targa chasing him hard here.
Yeah, say two identical cars, and say it's just going to be about how they drive the car, how late they brake, how early they are on the power.
Indeed, as Dan then in his red, white and black livery, you can just hear him very cautious around there and into the chicane. He'll take that chicane so quick, so beautifully done. Liam's got past Falguest, so that's after their pit stops as well. Liam's 4 seconds up the road of Falguest, so good job from Liam at the minute, running in P6. He's away off of these guys, but these guys obviously the top 5 not yet pitted, on board or on the chase view. Now we're on board with BT Targa. Let's see how hard he's working at the wheel. Nice and smooth through there. What about the final corner? Yeah, nice and smooth again, and just patient on the power, Jamie.
Yeah, lovely and patient. He's just taking his time. He knows there's a lot of laps to go. He's just trying to sit there behind, but make sure he knows that Dan knows that he's there, and it might put Dan under pressure and make him make a mistake.
Yeah, it's an interesting one at the minute. Dan, we don't see him make too many mistakes under pressure. Dan's quite a cool, calm character, although that was a bit on the grass from Daniel there, so a little bit of a mistake from him.
Yeah, he was a little bit wide there, but he's cut the apex in quite nice and tight, and they pulled a bit more away from BT Targa now.
Yeah, I wonder if Dan just had the better of BT Targa through that section of the circuit. BT very wide entry into the corner as they come up towards the chicane. Very smooth at the wheel is BT. Excuse me. That's Dan. Yeah, Dan's just stretched his legs a little bit here.
And he's closed in on side.
He has indeed. So the BMW driver of Andy, look how basic the cockpit is on the BMW, is right on the back of him. Who's that just behind? Is that Liam or is that Falguest? Who is just behind? It's one of the Porsches.
That's Liam. Liam's got the white banner and Falguest has got the red one.
Well, they excuse me, apologies. Yeah, so there we go then. They've put a lap on Liam. That was done in the pits, if I remember rightly. So we are down to the 9 drivers. We've lost Mays, we've lost Nicky. Nicky saying he'd loaded the wrong setup. We've also lost Ben Parkey after that one. The other 2 retired not so long ago. But Andy and Valeside here. Andy just gaining back onto the rear of him. G slowly caught up because he was 10 seconds behind. That gap's down into the 8s. We've got BT as well, trying to stay with Dan. That is, I think, DJ Phil, who's a lap down. We didn't actually get to see DJ Phil's car in qualifying because he was in the pits. What this will mean, though, is Ben Parkey will start pole, Nicky will start second, and Mays Gamer will start third for next week in the reverse grid draw. There is DJ Phil's number 12 BMW, so let's see what he can do. So you've got some seriously quick guys at the front of the grid for next week.
Yeah, you have. You've got some seriously quick guys at the front, so the people at the back, as Valeside now pits from the lead onto lap 14.
Yeah, so Valeside in.
Yeah, so there'll be a lot of quick guys at the front. So whoever wins this race is going to be thinking. Oh, there's going to be thinking about next week, thinking how far in front some of his title challengers could be.
There's Falguest just in front of these 2, and you're absolutely right there, Jamie. Falguest just in front, who's about to go a lap down on auto. His Porsche's got some severe damage there, hasn't he?
Yeah, they've just done G in the pit.
Yeah, G and Valeside have been done in the pit lane.
Yeah, there's the notorious turn 1.
Long old pit lane here at Oschersleben. And Valeside is away. G in his pit box now. So now is hammer time for Andy. Will he try that little overcut? Will he wait a bit longer? It's halfway through the race exactly.
Yeah, so if I was Andy, I'd just keep going as long as possible, knowing that he's got some clean air, smashing some quality lap times, and go try and jump down at in the pits.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, isn't it? BT Targa, could get the undercut on Dan. They're still within a quite close battle here. 20 seconds off the back of Andy, so they've not been able to make the inroads on Andy. Valeside is only 12 seconds behind BT Targa. And Liam's still away behind, but he's only a couple of seconds up the road from Disco, so Disco gaining on Liam a little bit here. Not sure what happened to Disco and G early parts. They was second and third, and they had an off, so I'm not sure what happened to them 2, but it was a shame because they was running well, and it was 2 BMWs in the top 3. But it's a BMW that leads this race at the moment by 21 seconds from Dan and BT Targa, and BT Targa's just again now, Jamie, starting to get onto that back of the Dan's Ford GT there, and it's just putting him under pressure.
Yeah, he's just slowly inching up onto the back, and Dan's just going to see that blue and white Ford GT get closer and closer in his mirrors, and know that he's got to push a bit more.
This is where Dan seems to stretch his legs a little bit over BT though. Let's see if he does it again this lap. Dan obviously with his lights on, BT not choosing to put the lights on just yet. Maybe a flash of the lights might distract Dan. Touring car tactics, but nothing is yet. He's just lost a 10th and a half. Oh, bit of a wiggle on the bit of a wiggle on the curb at the chicane. And no, he has. He's lost the rear. So BT Targa there, just an error coming through the chicane, and that's really sort of unsettled the car coming onto the back straight, and that's allowed on Orthodubs to get away. Then that Buzzy boy has got Disco chasing the back of him as he's about to lap DJ Phil on board with the bonnet cam of Disco McDisco face down in towards turn 1. They're about to lap DJ Phil. Now, unlike the like the GT3s, unlike the GT5s, lap back markers don't have to get out of the way. It's a bit like the World Endurance Series for the way that these guys have to lap each other.
Yeah, I was going to say, in real life, they've now actually changed the first corner here at Oscherschlaben.
All right. Not as tight.
No, so where there's a little cut off. Oh, Disco's getting right close up to the rear bumper of Liam, putting him under pressure.
Oh, and these two both part of the Iron Brew Racing team. Not although Disco's on loan at SimPlay Racing for this year because their drivers are both gone. Disco on loan.
Yes, trying to
SimPlay.
Trying to sit next to get in the passenger seat next to Liam as he goes for it here.
Good move. Good little lunge up the inside from Disco with Disco face there, and that's that job done on Liam. Can Liam answer back to him? No, he's already a bit too far back. Race leader then, Andy, at the end of lap 17, has come into the pits, and these guys will get to unlap themselves now. And that is job done. If these two unlap themselves, they've lapped DJ Phil. Falgas got damaged behind, so 6th and 7th maybe this guy's race for the evening. Yeah,
where it cuts through on that turn there, that's where they've changed the first turn now, so it's a bit quicker and less tighter.
Well, there we go then. Now the man to watch is Valside. Can he get towards Andy? Where is Andy? He's moving out the pit lane. Valside's coming now. And Andy's already coming out to turn 1, so I think Andy's jumped him. Yeah, going that little bit longer, Jamie. Andy's got the jump by some margin over at Valside here. And Valside's still yet to clear BT Targa.
Yeah, he's gained about 5 seconds in that pit stop. So that's a brilliant pit. A couple of laps there by Andy and a brilliant pit stop to jump into the lead of the race, and by some margin as well.
As Falgas is back in the pits to repair his damage. Can DJ Phil maybe pick up another position? We said we didn't know too much about Falgas. And I suppose we still don't really, because obviously if he's got damage on his car, you may not be seeing him at his best, but he's still going here, 3/4 distance. Well, you've got to get to around about... I haven't even worked it out, to be honest with you. I'll have to do that now. But Unorthodox leads this race for the time being. And what can he do from here? Jamie, in terms of his pit stop, BT had the problem. What can Dan do?
Again, he's smashing in some quick lap times. I mean, the quickest person that lap was Andy's come back into the pits.
Oh.
So what's happened?
Did Andy jump the start and get a drive-through then? Well, that's opened the doors to Unorthodox and BT Targa to maybe catching them when he pits.
He's got enough fuel in the car as well.
That's a strange one. They've got to get to lap 23 to score points. They're on lap 19. So Andy's still in the pits. Falguest, I'm an old GTE runner-up from another league, he says in a league. So there we go. Falguest has a great calibre. We've just not been able to see that one tonight. We know Andy is good as well. 27-year-old and race kart, so nice one. Falguest, obviously we're not being able to see you at your best tonight. Hopefully we do in the weeks to come. Andy away, so quick pit stop. I wonder if his first stop was a drive-through penalty.
Yeah, so that could be the case, because he's they 100% he stopped there. And so
that was on a direct drive one wheel as well. Oh, lovely.
Yeah, and so that was a big margin that Andy jumped Valside by. So yeah, it could have been a drive-through.
Now the question as well here, Jamie, is this brings Dan and BT Targa back into play with this one, doesn't it? It brings them in to a chance to jump Andy after their stop. And I think Dan may be reacting to this one as he's coming in at the end of lap 19. So Unorthodox is in. BT Targa's not yet to pit. Will he pit now? Let's see Dan stop. There is BT.
Oh, he saved it.
Well held. Well held.
Beautiful save.
Yeah, well held there from BT, but
Valside is going to be all over the back of him now.
Where's Andy at? G's jumped Andy in the pit, so G was net third place. So G's jumped Andy. Has this worked in Dan's favour?
Yeah, Dan's got him. I think Dan's already on the way out, and Andy's not even coming into the final couple of turns yet. So I reckon
Andy could be fighting Dan on his way out, that is for sure. But G jumped Andy. Dan's now out the pit, so he's been released from the limiter, so he's away. And Andy's only just crossing the line. Where is Dan? There he is. Shoots out of the pit lane then and into turn one. And the red, white and black Ford GT car up into P4, and we reckon it'll be P3 when this man pits, BT Targa. So BT Targa and Andy might be a bit closer than what Dan and Andy was, given the fact that BT's had a few slides and a few errors and was a little bit behind on Orthodubs before Orthodubs pitted. So BT could be closer to Andy. 9 drivers left. We did have 12. We've lost Nicky, we've lost Maze Gamer, and we lost Ben Parkey earlier in this race. We are down to the final 9. You've got to get to lap 23 to score a point in this one. Oh, it's BT Targa. He's
a little sideways there.
I said earlier that his stable looks pretty. His setup in qualifying looked pretty stable, but I don't know, in the race it's just all a bit all over the place, isn't it?
Yeah, so he's just made, it's either the setup or he's just making a few mistakes. Just not hitting the apex where he wants, because Velside is all over the back of it.
Yeah, what we saw with oh, there we go. BT's ran a little wide, and Velside's going to have a look up the outside.
Will he go for the cut back?
I tell you what, BT so late on the brakes. Dean Wasaki says hi all. It's nice to see Dean in. And Velside here really now starting to hassle the back of that 4GT. Oh, he's gone a little wide, bit of an error. Well, what we saw earlier when he was behind Andy is he was patient and really waited to get past him. Liam's dropped off the back of Disco. That's nearly 10 seconds between them two. Andy's 7 seconds behind Dan. G's only 9 seconds off the back of this battle and was quicker last time around. So if G can kind of get the hurry up, can he get on the back of these two for the position?
Yeah, so if he's faster by at least a second a lap, he'll definitely be on the back. And yeah, so he'll get on the back of them. Passing them's another thing, though.
Yeah, exactly. BT Targa's still got to pit, so G really needs to get that hurry up now to catch Velside while BT's still out on the circuit. If G's going to get this one done.
Yeah, say Velside's just got nothing down the straight, because that 4GT is so quick, but it's just through the corners where he has the advantage.
Keeping it tight to turn 2. You're just hearing impatient on the throttle to get on the power on the exit to the corner. G's coming down this. G's into turn 1, and again was a bit quicker. Very wide, yeah. G again 1.4 quicker last lap, so he's just chipping away at the time. Is the only G. And you feel that if G
feels like wide again at the same place.
Yeah, exactly the same sort of incident there. Was very, very wide, touched the grass and just seemed to go straight on, and not what he'd have wanted at all. So he's just losing that momentum at that part of the track, isn't he, to BT Targa?
Yeah, so just dropping off a bit. He just needs to regroup. He knows BT Targa's he's got a few mistakes, and that BT's got to pit again. So yeah, Velside's just got to be patient.
Patience is the name of the game, and is that BT Targa coming in? No.
He's very wide there. Velside's quite tight round
Yeah,
there.
He doesn't seem to be hitting his apexes, does he, just BT Targa? But he's still very quick out the corner. A couple of tenths quicker than Velside last lap. There is BT. Let's see him down into turn 1. Not really want to hit the apex that corner because it's just a big bump. There's DJ Phil keeping out the way, so nicely done from Phil. And G again, G a lot quicker down into the 24s was the only G, so really sparking up a good lap there and getting that gap under 8 seconds now between the leaders.
Ooh,
it's about 7 seconds to Velside.
Yeah, BT nearly he was nearly on the grass. Yeah, just in the gravel then.
Just struggling a little bit, isn't he?
Velside going to make the same mistake? Not this time.
No, keeps it a bit tighter and is now a lot closer to the back of BT to have a look at him.
Ooh, they both have a bit of a wiggle there.
Oh, you see BT get a wiggle mid-corner just as he touched the curb. He seemed to have a bit of a wiggle up over the curbs, over the through the left chicane they go. Now can he get the run? This is where the Ford will be able to stretch its legs and pull away just that little bit here from Velside. And he's having a look into the right-hander, but tucks back in and can't get that one done. To the right, to the left. This isn't the cha-cha slide, this is the GT's round Oscherslaben.
Yeah, you got a good one there as BT comes in.
Yeah, BT into the pit. So crucial now. Where will he come out in relation to Andy and Dan then? Andy's lost a bit more time to Dan over the last couple of laps. Couple of seconds he's lost. There's G. He's about to lap DJ Phil, I do believe that is.
Yep.
So DJ Phil about to go a lap down. And stays well right to G. Let's G through, no hassle there. So G up into second.
Oh, very. Had a bit of a slide coming through there and a bit of a slide on the way out as well.
Just wanting to put the power down, didn't he? Unorthodox has done BT Targa, so where's Andy? BT Targa's away out the pits now, so Andy's coming down the start straight. BT Targa's leaving the pit lane.
Oh, that's going to be... Andy's got him.
I'm not sure, you know, because of the turn one. Oh, Andy spun it. Andy spun coming through turn one. And has that just cost him the place to BT? No, he's managed to get it, so he would have had it done quite comfortably. But now he's going to have BT Targa all over the back of him. We're on lap 24, so everybody who's on the lead lap or is only one lap down have got to the point where you can score points. I think it's only Falguest and DJ Phil who maybe need to get to 1 or 2 more laps in then. And at the minute, BT Targa, can he sniff a P4 from Andy? Obviously, this will all help. Oh, BT just seems a bit slow to me through that section of the track. It's BT then, through the chicane. He comes now, and that's another good line through there. Down to the back straight he goes. Can he catch Andy? What a job this would be if he could do it. 1.6 is the gap.
Yeah, it's just looking at the times as well. Now that Velside's been released from the back of BT Targa, he's now into the 24s and pulled a little bit of a gap to G. So I think G's time to catch Velside has gone.
Yeah, I think G needed to get out done while he was behind BT Targa. He's not been able to, so he's been able to let that one get away from him. This is the battle though for the end of this race, you'd imagine.
Andy through there nicely that time.
Yeah, no troubles that time for Andy. I wonder what happened. We was obviously on board BT coming out the pits. I wonder what happened to Andy through there on the last lap. Yeah. It was a very strange one.
So I wonder whether he just touched the grass under braking. He's
twitchy. Very twitchy. He commented earlier saying it was nice to drive something other than the Ginetta. But he was very, very twitchy coming through the turn 3 section there.
Yeah, so I wonder whether he's got his brake bias set quite far back, so it's making the rears lock up, because that just then makes the car just spin around.
Maybe that's where he's comfortable in it in that BMW. But he's had to hold on to one there again, and BT's dropped off the back as well. So BT, has he made a mistake this lap? But Andy living life on the edge at the moment.
Yeah, he's living life dangerously.
Lap 26 to 30 if you're Valeside. I think everybody now has got onto the lap 23, so they'll all score points from this point on. What could have been for Andy though as well, had he not had to what we believe to a drive-through penalty? What could have been for him? Could have been a totally different race in this one, but down the start straight he comes now. He's got a 3.4 second gap back to BT Targa, although he's just having a few wiggles through corners. It's either the brakes or tyres that are maybe going, Jamie.
Yeah, so it'll either be one of the two, and so when the brakes go, that doesn't fill you with confidence at all. So that's just you feel you got to brake earlier, be quite smooth, be a bit more lenient with putting the power on. It just makes you slower overall.
G back into the 24s, but has lost 7 seconds to Valeside. So G had a bit of a spin somewhere. Either way, Dan's not far off the back of him now. He's under 10 seconds. Is Dan? Dan's as close to G as G was to Valeside. We haven't seen much of. Let's guess. Where's Liam and Phil? We haven't seen much of Liam or Phil this afternoon. As there is Liam being lapped by Falguest for the first time in this one, so he's now not on the lead lap. He's on lap 26. He's a bit wide coming out of turn 3. There is Falguest in P9. Liam doing a good job, P7. I know we've had a few retirements and a few no-shows tonight, but good job from Liam. Solid. what seems to be a consistent race, keeping up his progress, his form from last night.
Yeah, so he's just to say, I think the first time he tested was
Today. Last night.
Right.
Last night. Today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he hadn't had much time in the car, but he's doing pretty well for, say, with limited time he's had, and he's now catching the back of the other Porsche, which is Falguest.
Yeah, that's Falguest who's leading him through this. That's nicely done from Falguest. And Liam, he's pretty much he's having a good night. What about DJ Phil? He seems to be doing all right. He's just a couple of laps down his Phil. He's on lap 25. Falguest 2 minutes each behind, so that's Falguest who's pretty much an extra lap and a half down on him. He's got Andy coming up to lap the back of him. Andy's gapped BT Targa a little more here, so I reckon Andy's problems have sorted themselves out. But DJ Phil, he's, again, another solid night. The Pro-Am driver.
Andy's now in the 24th. G was in a 135. Oh, we've
lost Falguest, but Falguest has got past lap 23, so he has got to race distance. Hopefully, if he stays in, we'll be able to see. So we are down to 8 runners, but Falguest will score 7 points for 9th place.
Yeah, that last lap, just the one just before this G did a lap time of a 135. So yeah, he definitely made a mistake.
And only in the 27s now, so he's struggling. Had to retire, cooked the engine, retired on lap 24. So, yep, cheers, Falguest. You will score points for that one. Obviously, you had to get to lap 23. You will score points for that then. So, lap 24 for him. Unfortunate debut for him. Obviously, runner-up in another league and kart driver in the real world. So, not the way you'd wanted to start the season. Bruno or Berno next week, whichever one you want to say, call it. So, we'll have to see what he can do. G. He's had glimpses of pace tonight though, Jamie, but like you say, that bit of inconsistency has allowed Valeside to get away.
I think G's got a bit... Oh, he's on the grass. I believe G's got a bit of damage on the front. Not much, but you can just see this. There's a tiny amount, but yeah, so he keeps making mistakes, and Dan's only 6 seconds back, so that...
Yeah, I wonder if Dan could start licking his lips at this one.
Yeah, Dan could quite easily catch up if G started struggling.
We'll have to keep our eyes on the only G then, as they are on to lap 29. They're on the penultimate lap, so Dan needs to get his finger out. And G needs to have a big one. Yeah, what has happened to Andy? I'll just notice out on the timing screens what has happened to Andy. He's been, flying since a few wiggles, but BT Targa is now up into 4th, and the Pro-Am Mercedes driver, who's doing really well in that, will be wanting to get ahead of the Pro Ginetta driver at the minute, and he's done. Can he keep it this way? They've got 2 laps to hang on to this, so this could be an interesting battle to watch.
Yeah, that BMW looked so massive compared to that Ford GT. Yeah. I know there's a lot of memes about the M6 of how big it is.
It is a big car though, isn't it? It is a huge car.
Yeah, compared to the Ford GT, how low the Ford GT is, and then you just see the absolute brute of the BMW behind.
Yeah. So BT Targa then ahead of Andy, and is doing exactly what he needs to do here. Just keeping him at bay. Now this is where we've seen BT struggle throughout the night, round this section here, so if Andy's patient enough, could maybe pick his way through. Valeside has crossed the line to start the final lap of the race, so keep an eye on the red dot on the track map and go to him as he crosses the line for what we assume will be his race win. Now Dan still 6 seconds. Oh, Andy, bit of a slide there, the tyre squeal just a little bit. Dan's still 6 seconds behind G, so that one doesn't look like it's going to materialise.
Oh, BT a little wide.
Oh, Andy, a bit of a wiggle on the curb. Just as they're coming towards the end of this lap.
Yeah,
Go on, sorry.
He sensed an opportunity with BT making a mistake.
Yeah, I was just about to say, when BT made that error, Andy does the same thing.
Yeah, but look at that Ford GT, it's just gone down the straight.
Valeside then coming down towards the back straight. In fact, he's on the back straight now. It's been quite a dominant performance since he got past Andy. He did not get away at all, and since then he's not had to look behind him at all. It has been a comfortable drive for Valeside, who took the pole and is currently P1 on the circuit. If he's got the fastest lap, then that could be the clean sweep. Obviously, the one and only pole that you'll get. He rounds the final corner now then, and it's lap 30 or 30. It's going to be Valeside that's going to take the debut win and the first win of the GT season, so what a job from him. Good little race. The only G, he looks like he's going to come home to take second, although Dano's got the gap down just a little bit, so G struggling towards the end of this race, but the only G is going to come home to take the second place. Rounds the final corner now. He's not had an error on the exit. He's going to give a flash of the lights. That's going to be a P2 for him. Unorthodox. You can't keep this man off the podium at SimPlay at the moment, apart from in the GT5s. Dan is flying. This then the battle for fourth and the final place. BT Targa against Andy. Couple of corners left here, Jamie. Into the final one. If Andy needed to do it, he needed to do it there. He needs to hope that BT doesn't get the best exit. He's not got a bad one, and that Ford will just disappear. So that looks like it's going to be P4 for him and P5 for Andy. Great racing from them two. There is DJ Phil, who's going to finish P8 behind Disco McDisco Face, as Disco just laps his fellow BMW driver. P8 for DJ Phil Green then. And I think the only man who we haven't seen finish is that Bozzy Boy, as he was obviously in the middle of the pack during the battle. So Valeside taking the win. Who gets the fastest lap? 24.4 for Valeside is the fastest lap, so he does he does get the extra point. So a clean sweep for him, Jamie, tonight. What did you make to the GTs on their first outing?
Yeah, so that was some good racing. It was a lot of, so there wasn't a lot of on-track battles, but it was more strategic battles at the end of the day, and people just getting used to their cars. But yeah, it was a good night of racing. Indeed.
So we'll be back then on Monday night for the GT5s around Alton Park Island, where Jamie and Liam will be taking you through that one. Maybe joined by Green Pies again. We'll have to keep our eyes out for that one. But
that'll just be Liam and Green Pies, because I'm away.
Yes, you're away for that one. No, yes, you're away. So it will be Liam and Green Pies for that one. Because you are away, you're on holiday. We'll be back then live for that 8 PM BST, where I'll be on the track and Liam and Green Pies will be in the commentary box. Join us live next Wednesday and Thursday for the Pro and Pro-Am around Silverstone, in which Jamie misses that one, so his double win this week is going to be ruined by a drop score of no points next week and only gaining 5 on his current drop score. We'll be back live, me and Jamie, next Friday, where hopefully the shopping may just be a little bit earlier and we can bring you a bit more action. Hopefully as well there's more cars on the circuit to talk about from all of us here at SimPlay Motorsport, though. Thanks, Jamie, for being in the commentary box, and we'll see you next time. Good night.
Good night.
And we're clear.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're fine. No, you're fine. You're fine. You got.